Thinking about my brother and father finding peace at the Swallow's Campus is comforting. Like a weight has been lifted from my heart. Good. I'm just gonna fly over there. Because I don't know how far he went. Quite a bit. They put on brave faces, but the people of Namai are still wrecked with grief. It is the same at every village I have visited in recent days, but it is only now that I am struck by the contradictory nature of my goals. Having joined the Eastern Alliance, taking steps to revitalize the Enclave, I believe Doma was at last on the path to peace and prosperity. I still do, yet by focusing so keenly on the future, I have neglected the past that yet haunts my people. Even if they do not give in to despair and become beasts that plague our lands like poor Tombo's brother, how are we to truly move forward if we are constantly looking back? You speak of their haunted pasts, Lord Hien, but what of yours? Let's be direct, we are friends after all. Me? All things considered, I suppose it was only a matter of time before the subject was approached. Ha! You gets to the heart of the matter, the young lords. Well, the best, I should think, for he cannot lead by example if he has not made peace with his own past. Hello, Gozetsu. 1,000 apologies, my lord. I was passing through, tending to the matters of which I spoke earlier, when I chanced to hear familiar voices in the distance. If I may be so bold, the people of Doma, one and all, understand the source of your pain. To lose your father in the turmoil of a failed rebellion, the staggering duty to the throne thrust upon you. Aye, how could you even begin to mourn when first you had to lead? It would behoove you to take part in the funeral rites, my lord. Take this time to make peace with your own past, while it is still yours to spend. For unlikely, if not impossible, were you to become a monster as well, Doma would surely be lost. I thank you for your counsel, Gosetsu, but if I may ask, why is it you keep your blade at the ready? I thought this personal matter of yours to be naught but a trifle, or am I mistaken? Well, I find the katana a superior tool for peeling persimmons. Speaking of which, I do believe my stomach begs for sustenance, if you will excuse me. Training to help slay the blasphemy, no doubt. Fitting that he should offer me counsel, yet refuse to heed it in kind. He's not the warrior he once was, but he is wise, our obstinate friend. If I am to be perfectly honest, it frightens me to recall it, the moment it all came crushing down. We had taken Doma Castle, victory was ours, but then we looked out and saw the banners of the 12th Legion marching towards us, the Crown Prince at the fore. No sooner had Gosetsu and I escaped than we received word that Xenos had slain my father. I remember how the fight went out of Gosetsu in an instant, how he wept for his lord while I felt the weight of profound duty bear down upon my shoulders. Crushing, suffocating, the heat of my own breath, the chill of my clammy palms. But duty demanded I master my emotions, when all those around me, Gosetsu included, were consumed by anger and the thirst for vengeance. I had to be in control. Under my orders, we dispersed and fled to fight another day. To this day, I have not stopped to reflect on my father's death. How could I, devoted as I am to finding Doma's way forward? But now I must, and so, having taken you into my confidence, would you see this through with me to journey's end? Absolutely. The keepsake I would offer up for the funeral is hidden in a place not easily reached. We'll have to fly there, I'm afraid, but worry not. My yawl will ferry us. Just a moment. I have a yawl of my own? Excuse me? I earned that bird? See, there's mine. The place we seek is Plum Spring in the mountains. Shall we? Yeah, of course. Oops. No dialogue yet, as far as I see. And yeah, I love this area here. It is beautiful. My parents would bring me here for Hanami as a child. Hanami being the... what's it called? The flower viewing, the Japanese traditional custom of enjoying the transient beauty of flowers. Mostly associated with... or especially with like cherry or plum trees. But yeah, that is Hanami. It is actually a Japanese tradition. As a child, my parents would bring me here for Hanami as a child. Its beauty and serenity was such that I could forget the realities of the occupation. Indeed, some of my fondest memories of family are here, which is precisely why I chose this place to conceal the singular gift my father bequeathed to me as a child. Oh. Aww. Charming, is it not? The great auspicious Kitian de Sheng said to reside somewhere along the Daryu chain. In those days, anyone and everyone knew the tales of his prowess. Reckless boy that I was, I once even tried to seek him out, hoping he might help us. Yeah, that's the story, but part of the story of the short story that I will be linking. I buried it here shortly after my coming-of-age ceremony. It seemed a fitting place to both part with my childhood and offer a final goodbye to my mother. More a keepsake of mine than his, to be sure, but he was never a man of worldly possessions. Still, I suspect he would allow himself a rare smile if he were to see it again after all these years. And that is precisely how I wish to bid him farewell, with a smile. It should go without saying I would prefer it not become known that I kept this doll here. Wouldn't want the children to grow jealous now, would we? Uh-huh. Sure, that's the reason. And with that, I believe it is time we return to the Enclave. The two of you were away for quite some time. Is everything alright? Yeah, it's fine. There are yet more villages to visit and offerings to collect, but preparations are proceeding apace. Soon the people will have one less cause to be tempted down the path of despair. Of course, there still remains the problem of the blasphemy. The former conscript will remain at the Kiankan until it has been dealt with. We'll slay the beast in due time, but before that, I would be honored if you were present for the funeral rites. Pray speak with Yugiri when next you visit the Enclave, and she will tell you more of the proceedings. Of course. Okay. Late to rest. As ever, your timing is impeccable. We but moments ago completed preparations for the funeral. I will inform Lord Lhien of your arrival. You are here. Excellent. The blasphemy continues to shun our settlements, and I mean to make the most of the time its absence affords us. I assume you are planning to take part in the ceremony? Yep. Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, Yosetsu will not be joining us today. Oh. He injured himself, as I knew he would with his secret training, and now grumbles from the confines of his bed. But he will be fine in due course. We may worry over his convalescence after the funeral. Swallow's compass. And Namai would be. Actually, no, Namai would not be closest. Can I just. Yes, I can. Perfect. Can I just leave the Domin Enclave via the Aetheryte? Was the question I wanted to ask, and yes, I can. So this is the fastest way. There was a peculiar-looking doll among the effects, but I can find no record of it in our stores. Do you happen to know who brought it? You should remember that. Yeah, I'm already going into this because I know there will be a fight, so might as well. The villagers should arrive ere long, then we may begin. You? Lord Hien, I apologize, my lord, for my past transgressions. I yearn to believe my daughter was a Kami reborn, but you are right. She is a monster. Words can ill express my shame for advocating the conscripts be sacrificed to appease the dead. Nay, the ceremony shall serve far, far better, and so, as a humble citizen of Doma, I offer my deepest gratitude and beg for your forgiveness. Were it make an offering on behalf of my husband and son, as well as my dear stepdaughter, Minato, I throw myself on your mercy, Lord Tien, allow them a place within the mausoleum, that their spirits may know peace. Please don't get Stabbed. There's no need to beg forgiveness. Kisei, please rise. She will come for you. By the Kami, she gave her life to draw out the blasphemy? Well, at least in here it should be easy to detain her. Blasphemy is a Nami. Okay. Let's go. No. Oh, I could make her dance partner. Fuck. Whew. Nearly forgot what my interrupt button was, or where my interrupt button was.
For you, father.
For you, father. Stygian whale. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I have to move the progress bar like up here.
Concentrate.
So that I can actually see it a little bit better in fights. Bum, 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 bum. Resemble right sweep. That's easy enough. Sorry, I love the music so much. Ow!
It is nothing. The weave of a shinobi's power.
Jeez, she hurts, and we are still over 50%. Someone please do something. I can't move. No. Kusetsu. Of course he's here. Oh. Apologies for the untimely arrival, my lord. He's a geomancer. Kusetsu. What is that staff? Pilgrimage proved a most enlightening experience, and it is where a chance to discover the benefits of ascetic training. I may no longer be fit to wield a blade, my lord, but Shugendo affords me another way to turn the tide of battle. Okay, Shugendo. It's a syncretic religion, a fusion of existing practices and traditions. It was inspired mainly by esoteric Buddhism, Taoism, and local shamanistic and folk religions, like what has become modern-day Shinto. Cool. So Shugendo is the way to spiritual power through discipline, is the literal meaning, or the path of training and testing. Do meaning way or path of, like Bushido is the way of the blade, basically. That is what Bushido means. Okay, cool. Interesting. I love it. And I take it that is, yeah, he's a healer. Like, if we are not finally getting Geomancer next expansion, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed, actually. Someone as ever shall have to thank you later. Like, I really want Geomancer. Let's put an end to this. Give me Geomancer, please.
For you, Father.
I could have obviously waited for, like, the perfect timing. Like the perfect opener, but this is fine. It comes for me, perhaps a grazing shot will break its concentration. Expertly done. Gozetsu Everfall. Interesting. I said something amiss. Quickly, to me. Well done, Gozetsu. Oh, first he said, a test of my will and training both. Hold fast, everyone, which is fun because,
of a shinobi's power.
you know, that's literally what a Shugendo means. Stygian War, which is the AoE. Trick attack, please.
Tis but a scratch.
It is but a scratch.
Oh, I guess that's so. Well done, Gazetsu. Now I believe it's past time we put Minato's soul to rest. And yeah, grazing shot literally implying, hey, you said graze, you moron. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That was cool. Deceive her to the bitter end, but she is still a daughter of Doma. She will have a proper burial and her family's belongings enshrined with the others. I have gathered you here today not to speak of the future, but to reflect on the past, to pay respects to loved ones fallen on the fields of battle. In honor of their sacrifices, those sons and daughters Doma shall be given a place here, the Swallow's Compass. Though they no longer walk with us in life, they will walk with us in spirit. Pray never forget their bravery, that the memories of the legacy give you comfort and strength. Maruya Motokawa, the aspiring painter, he was a man who saw beauty in all things, and one day would have become a renowned artist in Kugane. Motoso Jito, the warrior in training, he longed to become a samurai like his father and bring honor to his family. Suzushiro Kurakumi, the carpenter, a man who wholly dedicated to his craft, who hoped to one day pass on his talents to his two loving children. And everyone else, I'm pretty sure he would go for the entire list. And lastly, Minato Shiogaki and her stepmother Kisei. Theirs was once a happiness to be envied. Minato's parents were murdered by Imperial soldiers, and after being rescued by the Confederacy, Minato was given into the care of the village of Isari. Though she arrived with a broken heart, it was soon mended by the man who would become her husband, the son of Kisei, who herself had been born to Isari on winds of tragedy. Kisei was a child of the deep, born in Suinosato. For her gifts she was exiled, but with her courage and tenacity found a new home on the shores of the Ruby Sea. She was a devoted wife and mother, and though not related by blood, she loved Minato as if she were their own. That is how she lived, how they all lived, and how they should be remembered. Let your heart swell not with sorrow, but with joy for the memory. Know that proof of their mark left on this world shall remain here, enshrined within the Swallow's Compass for all eternity. Let us still our voices and in silence pray for their souls, that they may share in the peace we have found. Traditionally, the Royal Mausoleum is reserved to the ruling clans, but I have no doubt Lord Kayan would approve of his son's decision. Yeah, I'm sure as well. Many tears were shed throughout the ceremony, not for grief, but for relief, I think. Happiness, even. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting battle with a blasphemy as a prelude to the ceremony. At least now we may breathe easy, if only for a short while. The villagers have all returned home, and I believe it is time we did the same. I could literally just fly there because it's just over here, but then I would have to run over from the harbor to the temple, not the temple, the palace basically. So, nah. This is faster. Is that a palace? Something like that. I'm not yet well versed in healing magics, but thankfully it was enough to be of some use to Lord Hien. Yeah, you were amazing. Never in my wildest dreams did I foresee Gosetsu embracing the ascetic arts. Same. Can he teach me, please? We've held a national funeral and slain a blasphemy besides. Rather productive day, would you not agree? The former conscripts will be elated to finally return home. But they will. Speaking of returns, I think I speak for all of us when I say your appearance at Swallow's Compass came as something of a shock. What of your injuries from training? Quite painful for some time, I assure you. Despite my best efforts to reclaim my former skills, my back and my hips rigorously protested. I planned to sleep that I might be well rested for the morrow's hunt, but a voice called out to me. I was needed, and so I grabbed my cane and ran as quickly as my ailing body would allow it. The cane suits you, Gosetsu, but your mastery of healing magics was a sight to behold, almost as surprising as your resurrection following the fall of Doma Castle. I'm still but a novice in dire need of training. It's my hope that I will be able to refine my ascetic arts during my next pilgrimage. So you're leaving then? Worry not, Lord Hien. Should you find yourself in dire straits once more, I shall fly to your side. Or the samurai, perhaps, but I will nonetheless give our enemies cause to tremble. And with that, I take my leave. Though it may be years, if not decades, until we truly make peace with our past, we have turned a corner and begun to heal. We may look to the future unburdened by grief ignored and sadness denied. The path ahead is ever fraught with peril, but we shall walk it with eyes unclouded and with pride. You have done so much for us, for Doma. I wish there was more I could do for you. If I may ask one last favor before you leave, please inform our representative at Rosathan that the blasphemy has been vanquished and the people of Doma are safe. With any luck, our experiences here will prove useful to other nations that yet grapple with the beasts. The people of Suinosato will be relieved to hear of recent events. I wonder what mother and father would say. I'm going to check that, actually. Why not? Safe travels, Laverne, and may the Kami bless you. Alright, let's not do that. Let's... Tamamisu is faster. Let's check on her parents. I'm curious. I do also want to do, once I'm done with all of these, a run through all of the job trainers. Because I know, because I've checked before, out of curiosity, that at least the dancer trainer has special special dialogue after you finish Endwalker. Because her home was Fafnir, of course, or is Fafnir, of course. She's still in Kaganim, so I want to do a video on that, which should probably be very, very short. Okay, we'll see. Maybe more of those are there, maybe not. Alright. If they are even here, which apparently they are not. I don't see them, at least. Yeah, that was where we saw them. I think it was here. Here or here. But yeah, no. Okay. Well, it's worth a check. So much rain recently in game here. Alright, Doan delegates. Master Laverne, you are returned. What word from Doma? The blasphemy is no more? That is the most wonderful news. I must inform the other delegates at once. Thank you again for answering our summons. If another threat should rear its dastardly head, I pray we can count on your assistance again.